Hello everyone, my name is Russell.
My name's Richard.
And we are with the Lafayette Beer League. Alright, tonight we have a great beer. It is Sun Kings Osiris. This is one of their flagship beers. So I'm pretty sure everyone's had it, but it's definitely going to be it's going to be a good experience. So
Yeah, I would agree.
A little bit about the brewery.
Sun Kings started in 2009. It was owned by 5 guys. They also started by Dave Colt, Clay Robinson, and probably a couple other people as far as investors and stuff like that.
Yeah. So basically, Dave and Clay became friends in the brewing scene, and they worked at Rock Bottom Brewing Company together.
Rock Bottom,
like
pub and brewery.
One of those one of those places. And they eventually started working on their own place in 2008, 7 or something like that.
That's when Clay quit.
Yeah, that's right.
That's when they quit, and then 2009 is when they finally established themselves. They got the name.
Brewed their first beer July 1st.
Yeah,
coming up.
They got the name from the importance of the sun and the life cycle and everything around us as an individual, as a whole, as well as how important the sun is and sunlight is to making beer itself. They currently have 2 locations.
Indianapolis and Fishers. So Indianapolis Brewery is closer to the downtown area, and I've actually had a chance to go to it a couple times. And
Do you remember what street it was on?
I can't remember what streets it's on, but it's close to the interstate, and it's pretty easy to get in and out of.
Yeah, decent parking or whatever.
Oh yeah, I know they have a huge lot out in front, where you can just go in, check it out.
Cool.
I think honestly, if you talk to them, I won't say that. I won't speak for them. Yeah, a little bit like this beer right now is what we should focus on.
Right.
First notes that I really get out of this is it reminds me of a really good homebrew beer.
Nice. So it has a lot of that yeasty and bread smelling aromas and stuff like that.
It's a pretty well balanced beer.
I'd be smelling it, but I can't smell anything, so kind of not worth it to make the show. So basically,
oh my god, look at the head.
Basically, this beer comes in at 50 IBUs and 5.6 ABVs. It is a
lawnmower beer.
Yeah, basically a nice lawnmower beer, but they describe it as an assertive West Coast style pale ale with a distinct citrus hop punch.
Which is what they put on the back of the can. Which brings us to can art. One of the first things that I'd like to point out is the fact that they have put their Indiana state on the back of that. Fresh local beer. That's what craft beer is all about, people. Supporting your own local communities.
And they've also superimposed their image. Maybe not superimposed, that might not be the right word. But they put their image almost like their logo almost everywhere on the can.
Right, it's a really cool design.
It's a very cool design, and they just kind of left it kind of just plugged in everywhere so you could not really miss it ever. Their Osiris is obviously named after the Egyptian god Osiris. This is the Eye of Osiris, and I think that's right. I could be wrong on my Egyptian lore, so if I am, leave a comment.
Right, leave a comment.
But I want to say that I have read that this is supposed to kind of signify the pineal gland, which is supposed to be your third eye area. I don't know, that sort of thing. But it's kind of just really cool can art. They kind of just brought in the whole Egyptian and kind of myth and lore to the can, which is really kind of cool.
I feel like, though, their actual logo looks more like something from Mayan or Incans.
Yeah. So they're definitely the original, the can art and their logo for themselves is from, I think, like you said, Mayan or Incan. Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe Peruvian. I don't know. Some South American or Southern thing like that.
Things.
Yeah.
Creativity, life.
All that sort of stuff.
Right. So let's talk about the reviews. Beer Advocate liked this beer a lot. It gave it a 3.97
out of 5.
Out of 5
is really high.
And I can see where they're coming from. From the style of this beer, being a pale ale, it's not overly hopped, and you can definitely taste the malts.
Yeah.
You can get that breadiness that you would taste, and you can get the...
Which is something you would kind of really expect from a 50 IBU. It's not going to be overpowering in the hop area. It's not going to be, super...
It's balanced.
Bitter or anything like that. It's a very well-balanced beer.
It's a well-balanced beer, but a little still on... the hops still come through.
Yep, the hops definitely come through. It definitely has that, like they said, the distinct citrus hop punch.
Distinct hop punch.
Nice in there, right in there. I'm probably going to be less towards the 3.97 of Beer Advocate and closer to like the 367 or 368
of
that
Untapped
chose, which I feel like is a little bit more where I feel about it. I don't think that it's a bad beer by any means. I definitely think that it's easy drinking, something you could take down on a floating trip or
Ooh, we
disc
should take
golfing.
this. Oh, disc golfing.
Any of those sorts of things.
Yeah, this is definitely a great Sunday lawnmower beer, being outside, going to the Indy 500, being at a sports game, kind of beer that you want to drink.
Super easy drinking. And then Rate Beer gave it the lowest at 3.47.
Actually, I don't agree with that.
I think that's pretty low. I mean, they could have at least broke a 3.5, which is, I feel, fair. 3.5 to 3.6.
3.5 is fair.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly going to be closer to the Beer Advocate and just give it a straight 4.
Give it a 4.
4. I think if you're looking for a great go-to beer that if you're at a bar and they've got this beer and they don't really have much of another selection, this is your beer. It's much better than a fucking Bud Light, you know?
I mean, fair.
I probably shouldn't say that. I'll probably get sued. Oh, well, I don't have any money. Anyways, I think that pretty much wraps it up for us.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot left to say. I know that about the brewery itself, that Nuvo News Weekly voted it in 2013 the best
beer in Indiana.
So that's pretty impressive. And they're also opening up a distillery in Carmel, so if you're ever in that area or you live in that area, you can definitely go check that out.
Definitely.
I don't have a date to when it's going to be open, but I'm sure you can probably Google it or look it up and find out about any of that sort of thing. Other than that, I don't think we got anything else. You?
No. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope we inspired you to go out and drink more local beer. We'd like to thank Tap for Taff for giving us these awesome beer glasses to
Beer tasters, yeah.
To taste beer out of. Yeah, support the local arts.
Absolutely. So
that's it.
My name's Richard.
My name's Russell. Have a fucking wonderful day.
God damn it, Russell.